I'm SPC Shin, and I'm a record specialist with the Eugene Police Department. I initially started in patrol. I always wanted to be a police officer and serve my community and do all those great things. It was a challenge that I really accepted, and I knew that I could handle, and something that I would really enjoy doing. I love coming to drill. It's kind of a break from outside life. I love this uniform. For me, it represents not just, like the United States Army and the National Guard, but it's something that's so respectful to me. It just always brought a lot of respect for me. It was a symbol of strength and freedom. I can tell you my family at first, their support for me being in the Guard and being in law enforcement was really, well, that's our daughter, why are you doing that? It's too dangerous, But now they are probably the biggest supporters, and they really have a lot of confidence and faith, and they know that this is something that I really am passionate about and what I really want to do.
We're outside for formation.
The Guard enriches my life in many ways. I can tell you, first and foremost, I love serving my community. I love meeting people who make up this community, and those would be also the Guard soldiers. I love my team. I love my squad. I love my platoon. Hey. Working the 35 mic, and then also working warrants and extraditions and records, they do flow pretty seamlessly together. Things I do at work sometimes are a little bit similar. Some of those skills and experiences carry over here into the Guard, and it works the opposite way too. Some of the things that I do here really carry over into my work, but definitely there's differences, and it's a different atmosphere, it's a different mindset,
Very surprised.
and different people that I come in contact with. So, I have my work life, and I have my personal life, and then I have drill life, and they incorporate real well together.
Attention!
Strike anywhere!
These Army values were really what I was raised on, and I incorporated those things in my life as a kid. And now that I've grown up, I can really say that those things are really the foundation of who I am and what I really, really value. When I put that uniform on, I want people to see those qualities. Some of the strengths that, as a soldier, that you have to have being in this uniform is you really got to have a confidence in the skills that you are trained in, which means that you got to continually train and continue to hone the skills that you've gone to school for, your job. You got to know your job. But with that, you got to have confidence, and you got to have a determination, and you got to have a willingness to be the best that you can be.
Which includes LSD, PCP, and barbiturates.
Most of the soldiers here in my unit are the soldiers I deployed with, and so I can tell you that before we deployed, we were a team, and we worked well with each other, and we relied on each other. But definitely after our deployment, we still have that component. We still have all those things, but it's more of I'd say a closer bond, a family bond. We may only see each other a few days a month, but it's always fresh. My parents have immigrated here to the United States from South Korea, and they would tell me things about when they grew up and a lot of the hardships, and it was right after the Korean War. My parents would tell me stories about growing up and seeing soldiers, American soldiers, come by, or just giving them like candy. I mean, something as so insignificant as that really brings a significant meaning just to a young child. When I deployed and, I was in that turret, in the elements and in the community and in that environment, I saw a lot of things that I thought, maybe this is kind of what they're talking about, or this kind of describes a little bit about what they may have gone through. Seeing things where people, for example, didn't have water, or they were thirsty, and you could just tell they wanted water, So I just did what I naturally would do. I just give them water, or throw them a bottle of water, or some snacks that I had. We always had snacks in the truck, and even though we couldn't do big things, we did a lot of small things in a great way. As far as my future goes, I feel it's pretty much wide open. I know definitely the Guard has opened a lot of doors, and it's kind of given me a broader horizon. Even though I kind of knew what I was getting myself into, it's actually, in a really positive way, allowed me to see further. So I would really be very grateful to have a career in the Guard for as long as I can be in it, retire from it. As far as my civilian life, I have aspirations to work on the federal side and to just continue to challenge myself and really make the best of what's left to come.